into any second now.
Hola a todos, bienvenidos. Soy Attila, directora de la concierto película Recoil. Espero que usted ha dicho correctamente. In 2010, Alan went on stage in Hungary twice. First in April, when all flights in Europe were cancelled because of a volcanic eruption in Iceland. So if he wanted to get to Budapest, he had no other choice but driving there. Certainly he was very tired when he went on stage, but Hungarian crowd was so appreciative that it made him forget all the trouble and fatigue of the long journey. It was the evening when it came to our mind that if Recoil came to Hungary again, we would try and talk about a possible recording of the gig with Alan. Not much later we heard the news that Alan and Paul were to visit Budapest in December again to give the very last concert of their 2010's tour.
Hold the piece up to the light, hold the piece up into my eye, found the missing piece from my set, found the person I know.
A few weeks before the concert, we heard another good news. One of our best friends, Io, would be the supporting live act before Alan's show. From that point on, things went smoothly. We got in touch with the Hungarian organizers of the concert, also good friends. They thought it was an amazing idea to record the concert in the newly renovated secret room. We agreed that they would get in touch with Alan and keep us updated.
The difference is that it's become possible to do in a way that I don't think it was 5 or 10 years ago. Using film would have been very expensive and impossible to achieve within a cost-effective way, you know. And now it is possible because we all have these HD facilities, quite cheap to make films these days. So suddenly I could see the potential for presenting the thing. I mean, it's still not really, it's not a band, you know, it's not live performance in the traditional sense. It's much more like an audio-visual presentation with some live elements, and it's a prepared show, you know. And I just suddenly thought, well, it's possible to do this now, and we had this best-of compilation, so it seemed like the perfect time to give it a try.
To create an enjoyable, preoccupying film, there are, of course, several conditions to be met. You never know, for instance, what will the audience be like. Will we be able to catch the excitement on their face if they enjoy the show? What about the visuals in the background? Will it be enough to occupy the audience? As there is no singer or a guitarist on the stage to wind them up, and there are Alan and Paul in the right corner of the stage, will they predominate the stage? Will enough visually?
I like music that takes time to evolve in your mind, you know, so that you don't necessarily pick up everything with the first listen, you know. Most music that you hear that is like that, you get very quickly bored with, you know. you know, a song where everything's in your face and then you listen to it 3 times and you're fed up with it. You know, it's enough. I think my music works in the opposite way, and all my favourite albums are those where I can play it for the 20th, 30th time and I say, oh, I never heard that part before, I never heard this aspect before, and they're the most exciting records for me.
We agreed that the recorded material is cool enough to make a Blu-ray out of it together. We should then use lots and lots of extra scenes about Budapest and the Spark Cinema, which was the venue of the concert, just to make the whole thing even richer visually. The post-production took almost 1 year. The cutting procedure was very long. When we finished one song visually, we sent it over to Alan and waited for his comments. He liked about 90% of the whole material at first sight.
I'm lucky, you know, in that up to this point I've been able to be indulgent, do really what I want to do, as you say, without the real financial pressure. Although I think that's changing, you know, the music business has changed and everyone is struggling, everyone suffers from the drop in sales, and so I can't always survive that way, and I guess there's more pressure now to try to make money, to try to make it pay, you know. Recoil has never really been a particularly effective money-making machine, you know. It's something that I've been able to do because of my past, and I mean, I enjoy working alone, I enjoy being in control of the project, I enjoy having final say over everything, and I don't pander to commerciality, although it's nice if sometimes by accident the music can be commercial, but that's not by design, you know, it's just how things turn out. I work intuitively, I let the music just come in and following my natural process of working and just see what happens, you know. So yeah, I enjoy that. The only downside is sometimes, because I do work alone quite often, sometimes I don't have the sort of immediate feedback from people around me that perhaps everybody should have, you know, just to make sure that you're not completely losing the plot. Pretty much allows anything to happen, and it reflects all my musical taste in a way. So I guess anything is possible, you know, anything could come into the music. I don't have too many rules and regulations about what can or can't happen, you know, we just see where it goes.